Hey folks, and welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 1st of September 2021. Today we're going to run through several pairs. We're just going to run through the ones that I'm keeping an eye on, and I've reduced the number of symbols I'm watching down to 16, and I just really like that. It's really slowed things down for me. It enables me also to trade on the smaller time frames. And also on the big time frames, and I really like the way that works, and it's been very nice. Moving back to Asia, I've had a difficult time kind of getting back into the rhythm, so I had to simplify things to help me find my groove, and this has certainly helped, which is great. And so if we just have a look at some things that we've had our eye on, I just want to show you a trade that we had on the dollar Swiss franc. So we bought down here, and this was based on some smaller. Well, first of all, we had this one. This is also a 4-hour area, and I really liked this rejection. So we had the buy zone, which was like the low of the deepest retracement back to this area of hourly demand, which is also 4-hourly demand. And then I just got into this one here, and we had a couple of trades at this area, and I just cascaded small positions throughout this area, and we filled most of them. Then we just got out of them as price moved higher. So that was quite nice. I did not get the retest, so we had like the parent, the child. I did not take this child, but it would have worked out quite nicely as well. So looking at this, if we go to the 4-hour chart, you can see that the reason this was interesting is because of this. So this is the one that we took. You see, we got on here and we bought, and I think I clicked in at market after I saw price stabilize a little bit. When price drops like that and then starts to move sideways, it can go either way. But due to the fact that we had a very nice price imbalance, there was a very high likelihood that this would rebalance before price figured out what it was going to do. And due to the fact this also happened at demand, beyond the buy zone, this is just a very nice area to trade. So this is the reasoning behind that. But if we have a look at this one here, let's click onto the 4-hour. Actually, you know what, stay on the hourly chart and we'll go through these one by one. And so looking at this, we had this area here, which was tested once, and this area removed it. And so this is an area here that I think we could keep an eye on. Software found it beautifully. It's the only one that has not been tested. All these here are gone. We have this area of supply which is above price. So this could give us a nice little reaction at this point here. A little tiny area, 14 pips, and so that's a pretty interesting area there. If we just move through the other ones as well, we also have this one here which I like. The pound American dollar, we're eyeballing this, and I just like this little pattern just here. And the reason I like that is because we had on the smaller time frames, we had what I refer to as liquidity exploration, where we had price form a low, high, a deeper low. Oof, that was a bit ugly. Try again. Boom, 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 like that. And then price went up. So price is going lower. But the histogram on the smaller time frame on the half an hour was doing something like this, and so we had some supply here, which was removed. Okay, price came back down. We formed this base, and then price left. So the origin of the move that removed this is actually this area of 1-hour demand. So this is the one we've got our eye on for the time being. We did also have. I like these as well. I like these as well down here. So essentially, when you have a low like so, and price leaves, that means there's buying there, and you can software just marked off this area nicely. We had a 1-hour area of demand, which is also an interesting point. So we had this here, price came down to it, and then we left. So this is an interesting area. So we had the parent, here's the child, and then price moved away. And if you notice here, you can see that we had. Let me zoom in a little bit for some clarity. We had price testing this high, so we had the beginning of the sell zone was marked, and then price left. Okay, the slingshot was pulled down to here. So this is also a very interesting area because this is the origin of the move that moved through this price sensitive area. Now this isn't a nice area, but this is just a very nice respect. So the sell zone is established. a little bit deeper, price tests it a few more times, another time, and then it pops through the slingshot, pull back, and the move continues. Okay, so this is a nice area for that reason. So we do have a couple of areas here we could look at. We've got this one here, which I think is lovely, and we have this one as well. And this is the one that's closest to price, so this is the one that we would consider first, keeping in mind of the fact that we need our stops ideally below here, because this is where the divergence occurred. So you want some protection for your stop. So you could scale in at this point and build your positions as price goes lower. But I think this is a pretty interesting area to watch to buy. And then eventually this one's price comes lower. Okay, let's move to the American dollar, Japanese yen. So what's going on here? Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, so price is wriggling higher. It looks like we're a bit range bound. We're stuck between these two areas here. Okay, we have the beginning of the sell zone, which is here. The price is getting very close to it at this area of supply. So I would just wait for price to move into this. And I like this because when price went down here, we removed all of these price imbalances. We consumed all of the demand in these areas here, and we had a little one here. This one's gone. We had this one here. This one removed it. So this was a decent area. Price tore through it, and so this is the one that's responsible for doing that. The only thing I don't like is that price did not manage to move below this, and so we do have the demand available in this area here that caused price to turn. Okay, so there's a lot of buying here. Price came all the way down here, then we turned. But I think this is worth having a look at. Excuse, you can hear the dogs fighting in the background. My apologies. Yeah, so that's what we have there. I like that. Also, you can see that we're starting to build some higher lows, and so this could easily pop. But we'll have to wait and see. But you could cascade your orders throughout this zone here, putting a stop above here. Also note that from this move here, from here to here, it wasn't a very straight line. They used to line, here it is. So we used to have, okay, from here to here. Okay, so here we have an origin. This is where price went to, and price has retraced to this point here. So for this area of supply, this is the beginning of the buy zone. So that could also lead one to believe that price would look to move up into these into this black space here before price figures out what it's going to do, because this is fresh, uncharted waters. The supply sell zone is here. We actually have a couple of sell zones, another one there, we have another one there. So price could easily stall here before it figures out what it's going to do. But shorter term, I think we could maybe have a look at this area here. Okay, let's look at this one. Here we already looked at this one here. Looking at, let's go to 4 hour chart and look for our moves. So if we want to look here, we have here to here. The buy zone is established here. Got here to here. The sell zone is established. Okay, and so prices, I'll make that a little bit more accurate. Prices above here are bearish. Prices below here are bullish. Okay, we just had a nice test of this 4 hour demand. Price left. We tested the child. This here is the parent. We have the child. It's tested. And now price left. So I think we can expect price to move this. We also have a little bit of a price inefficiency still. The origin. So I'm moving my mouse on a wooden table. So we have this one here. Okay. And so this could be an interesting area. Very nice departure. We remove this, and this one is responsible for removing this, and this one is responsible for moving price below this buy zone. So this one is gone. Now gone. Okay, this is kind of the origin of the move higher, and so yeah, shorts up here and longs down here, maybe from around here where we have this nice area of demand. Okay, moving on to the Australian dollar. See, this was an interesting one here. I was looking to short this one because on the big time frame we've kind of reached this space, reacting off this here, moving down to the smaller time frames. I was expecting price to do something here. We're also seeing, I think I can't see it, but I'm thinking we're probably seeing something like this as well. So maybe expecting a price to have a bit of a move lower, and not so much on this one, maybe on the 1 hour chart. Yeah, we're probably seeing it here. So we're seeing price move higher here in the histogram, likely moving lower. Let's see if we have any bar by bar divergence. Yes, we're seeing that. Here we're starting to see that here. Okay, so we have price moving higher, this moving lower. We have the buy zone, we have demand here. Here we have black space, so this has to balance. We have a price inefficiency, we need to balance, and so price could return to this. Okay, let's have a look what we have a little bit lower. We have also in here we have some tests up in here. So here's a price sensitive area. Okay, price went up, went down, went up, went down, went through, slingshot was pulled back, and then we left. Whoa. Okay, so we do have that there as well. So there could be something in here. The one thing I don't like about this area is I don't like the small bodies and the wicks. That makes me want to look a little bit lower. And if we have a look on maybe a 15-minute chart, maybe we can get some clarity. Yeah, so maybe, yeah, so here we have, okay, let me start over. So we had this here, which was tested several times. Here, 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 and now it's gone. The origin of the move is here. So I'd feel more inclined in waiting for price to come down to here somewhere. Okay, slingshot was pulled back here, and then price departed. Okay, so that could be an interesting spot to trade down here off these lows. We also have. I gotta find these highs. Yeah, this would be. We also have some. And price moved through this area here. And it kind of didn't manage to move away. It kind of pulled back. The slingshot was pulled back, and this is the one that caused price to trade above this area here, because we did manage to come back, but we came all the way back, and so we do have some demand in here. Move this line. Okay, so we have the parent, child. So this is the child area, but profit taking, this might work out quite nicely. So something else to look at, the pound Japanese yen. This is a beautiful area here. See how price kind of came down, and we had the histogram doing other things. Then it rallied and then just popped up. You see this, the buy zone was established. Price poked into the demand, and then we left. Okay, this is pretty nice. And this one here was tested here. Now it's been consumed. The origin and move that moved through that is, I mean, this is where it is. Here, price pulled back to this child, and this is where we left from. Okay, so the price is kind of figuring out what it's going to do. We don't know just yet, but we do have this just here. Okay, being tested. It's been tested once just here, and price is kind of figuring out what it's going to do. So getting some higher lows as well, and so we'll see what happens. Maybe price will pop through, test, and then continue on, but we don't know. But we do have, I would like price to return to the origin of this move, but which it has not done just yet, but we'll have to wait and see. The pound Australian, yeah, where are we? Let's go to the daily. Okay, so we are here, Yeah, so you have like a sell zone. See the wick pointing? It's an arrow. Price went there, almost. And now price has. We don't really have a lot of. We have some price and bounces below. We have this one here, which is quite interesting. I like this one actually. Price left very forcefully. We have not yet been back to this area here, so this could be an interesting area where we could expect to see a bit of a bounce there. We're almost there. And also note that price is also looking to move higher at 4-hour demand, so that could be an interesting one. So keep your eye on that. Pound CAD. There we had this nice area here, which was tested. Price tried to come back to it. We ended up going to the child, and then we left. Now price is kind of wriggling lower. What do we have here? So we have these lows. Yeah, we have this. We have this price inefficiency. Price is out of balance. We have a sell zone from here at the top end of this area of demand, and so ideally, technically speaking, price should rebalance this. But we do have this one down here as well, which needs rebalancing. Yeah, this is the origin of this move. This is the one that kind of left forcefully. We have a buy zone here. So demand, buy zones. You could start buying from here and cascade your orders down throughout this area here, which we can see nicely. Yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't consider buying just yet because we are moving higher off this time frame at least, and the real imbalance is below price. So when this rebalances, if we have the histogram moving down here as well, which we likely will, I think this could be a nice opportunity. Going to the pound franc. Yeah, so we have something similar here. I like this one in here. Let's see what's going on in the 4-hour chart. Yeah, we have a similar thing going on where here we have price and balance. We have supply. It's been tested once. Oops. Once, twice, 3 times. So price will likely move through that and move up and return to the origin of this move. The origin, got another one down here, price came down, and now we're starting to move back to rebalance price. So if price manages to move through here, then I could think we could look to buy at the demand responsible for doing that. Pound Kiwi. What do we have here? Sorry about that. Yeah, so here we have, so we had a price sensitive area here. Okay, it was tested once. This area removed it, so this one's gone. This is the one that's in play. This is fresh supply because price traded in this area historically. We do have this little tiny area up here which has been tested. So this could be an interesting area. We do also have black space from here since its origin, and here, so price could price will likely move back to this sell zone and eventually close this gap and return to this area of supply here. What else do we have on the 4-hour chart? Yeah, that looks nice. That's nice and far away from price. We go like this. We do have, so we had some lows. Yes, we do have price testing this, which is not it's kind of a divergence ploy here, which you can see pretty clearly. So this could give us some support for price. But what we have this, which is better. This is just a nice clear turning point in price. Okay, so we do have that there, and we have the beginning of the buy zone is around here. So I would wait for price to move lower down into this area here. So that's that. We have this area of supply just here. All right. The Euro Aussie, what's going on? Let's have a look on the daily. Creeping higher. We have price inefficiency above price. sell zone from here. Another one here above. So I'm thinking price will maybe rebalance here and then maybe wriggle back up to here to the beginning of the sell zone, and essentially move into here and return to the origin of this move, which is just up here. Okay, so that's what we have there on the Euro CAD. A couple of interesting areas above price. Go to the 4 hour and have a look. Yes, we have. So if you look at this, we have a few things. We have a low, we have a high, and some stuff in between. Okay, so we have demand, which was tested. This one is gone. This one's gone here. Oh man, it's terrible with the table. Oh, that's better. And here we have a price imbalance, which will need to rebalance. The sell zone is currently here. Okay, and the reason it's not magic, it's the reason I'm saying this because this is where price turned historically. So the deepest retracement towards the origin of a move. This is the origin of this move. Okay, where is price retraced to? It's here. So this is the beginning of the sell zone. So you don't look to sell for a price any more expensive, sorry, any cheaper than the deepest retracement into this, which is currently here. Okay, so prices above here. This is good. Prices below here are interesting, and ultimately prices in here are also quite interesting. So a few things there to look at. Go to the Euro franc, trying to do these quick so we can get through them. Go to the daily. Yes, on the daily. I need to go to the weekly here actually to see. Yeah, so this is pretty clear on the weekly. So we've poked into this beautifully. So we react on a weekly demand. What does that mean? Well, that means that we should be looking to buy. This is the opposing area of supply, which has been tested. Price went almost all the way through it. So on the smaller time frame, we should look to buy. So we need to look for nice areas of demand, and you do that by identifying historical levels that were respected and removed. See, this one here was respected a couple of times. Now it's gone. This one here was respected, and it's still respected. Price did not trade below it, so that's still in play. So we need another area. We need this up here. Okay, here it's tested. Price went through. We had a child. Price tested it, and now it's gone. The area that removed it is here. This is where price came to. Price removed that. So the area that removed this one is this one here, and the area that removed this one, oops, is somewhere in here. So I would look here, and I'd want to go one down just to make sure that there's, yeah, because on this one here you can see that there's divergence. So we have like a pattern that looks like how price goes. It goes up, that's the green candle, down the red candle, goes deeper, green candle, we go up, and then actually wait, up, down, up, down, up, and then we go down. You can see this is the down here, and then we go up. So this is what's going on in here. Okay, so we had a level here that was respected, which is here. So we have like a micro area of supply there, and price cut through it. Price tried to come back to it, but it failed. So this is the beginning of the buy zone. If you go down one more, we can find the detail in here. Yeah, see, up, down, up, down, up. This is pretty clear now. This is the demand that you'd want to look to buy it, just here. And the buy zone is here for that one. Okay, euro, Japanese yen. All these euro pairs are wriggling north. So here, what do we have? We got to look for. Okay, so we had a really. It's funny. Yeah, you can see. I mean, this is a beautiful area here. You almost don't notice until the software snaps it on there. We got this one here. Buy zone right there. Price came to it and just flew north, and there's nothing up here to stop price from moving. We had still a price inefficiency here and a little one here, so price will likely return here and subsequently around here. Now this one looks like it's already rebalanced, so we're going to have to draw this a little bit higher, like so, like that. Sell zone there. This one is still unbalanced. Sell zone there. So on the half-an-hour chart, looking for pullbacks. Expectation that price continues north. We have this is also a nice little area I like very much. And then we have we have this, which is not yet removed. So when this is removed, identify the demand that did it, and you probably got some. We have this here, which is lovely. The buy zone somewhere in there. Okay, somewhere around there. So sorry going so fast, but you can just pause the video. I just want to get through these. And so here, I mean, the one that grabs our eye here is this. We had like departure, test, nestle, distribution, consuming. So this is gone. This is the one that did it. We had another one here. We had this nice area here. This one is the one that's responsible for. See, testing, all this area fallen below here. This is all gone. The area that did it is this one here. And so now price is struggling with this. Okay, on a smaller time frame, let's go to the half an hour so we can look inside there. Yeah, you can see here we had like a nice agreement in price. People pretty happy buying and selling from each other. And all of a sudden price popped north. Okay, so apparently price is inside this. Just going to close this out. So price is in here now, kind of figuring out what it's going to do. And looking at this, price went down and we had rejection. We also have stuff like this going on. Okay, we have these little telltale, the dots telling us what's going on. And so maybe we're going to eventually try to rebalance the price inefficiencies that we have before us, which are here, and we have one here. Lovely departure from this area of supply. Lovely departure. We have the sell zone. We got one there. We got another sell zone right here. So target 1 and target 2. Oops, that wasn't the right thing. If we were to get in there somewhere. All right, what about this one? This is the euro British pound. Look on the daily. Here we're wriggling north. Good. So going to the 4-hour chart. Where do we have turning points in price? We have this messy. Have this, which I like a lot. This one is kind of messy. Maybe move it like that. It's kind of gone. Price has not gone through it yet. We'll just remove that one because price has gone through. We have this one up here, which is nice. 85.96. Price is currently testing it. And look what else is happening at this area. We're starting to do this. But we do have an exposed leg right here. Okay, so sell zone here, we have supply here. So this could be an interesting one if price does manage to break down and return to these price imbalances, the origins of these moves, which are down here. So coming down here and then eventually closing this gap and returning to the origin of this move, which looks like this. We're pretty deep now. We're pretty deep. We're probably maybe 62% or something. Fibonacci, if you're into that kind of thing. So this would be a good point for price to maybe wriggle lower. Good, half an hour. I'm going to stop the video preemptively. Hope this was useful. Have any questions? Please let me know. Thank you so much for watching.